Hey guys, if you hear a different fan going off, I'm in a different room because I was sweating so much. Nice. Getting cooled off. Alright, let's continue. Ninja Ability Trial 1. Let's go. Damn it, I really messed up this time. Can't go on. Can't go any further. Shall we camp out here for the night, Dry Crunch? I heard this forest becomes pitch dark when night falls. Luckily, I had the foresight to bring along our camping gear and some firewood. Aerie is evidently pleased to be playing Guardian Angel. I say my thanks, and we begin to set up camp. A short while after we pitched camp in Eden, the sound of something stirring violently in the trees sets Aerie and me on edge. Reckon it's an animal? Or monsters? We ready our weapons, but just then, can't go any further. Something comes tumbling from the trees above us. I wonder who it is. Could be anyone, guys. Wait, that's not an animal. It's Tsubaki. Sorry to drop in unexpected. What happened? Did someone hurt you? Gree, come again. So hungry. Huh? Boy, am I glad I bumped into you guys. A pack of monsters made off with my provisions. I was so famished I lost my footing in the branches up there. Falling out of a tree doesn't seem very ninja-like, but I decided against mentioning it. So, sounds like you've had a rough time of it. It's not much, but we're happy to share what we've got. Dig in. Aerie fixes up an impromptu lunchbox and hands it to Tsubaki. Wow, this looks delicious. Thanks, guys. Bon appetit. But just as Tsubaki brings the first morsel to the mouth, the lunchbox is sent flying from her hands. Shocked, we turn to see a monster lurking in the shadows. It must have been trying to attack Tsubaki and hit the lunchbox instead. The lunchbox! That was all the food we had, Dry Crunch. We've got company. I wield my weapon and give chase to the culprit. That unspeakable rotter. I'll avenge you, sweet lunchbox. You won't have perished in vain. The scoundrel who took you from me will pay. Okay. That'll teach it. That'll teach the Koopa King from playing with the doors. We did it. Tsubaki wobbles on her feet before suddenly collapsing. It appears her hunger has almost reached its limit. Tsubaki, I don't have enough left to make another lunchbox, but I can offer you something sweet. You mean it? Of course, silly. We're not just gonna leave you here. You're a lifesaver. Aerie produces something sweet and passes it to Tsubaki. Yum, that was just what I needed. I think I've had enough energy to make it back to town now. Oh, I know. Here. Take these scrolls as a token of my thanks. Tsubaki hands over 2 scrolls. What are they? They've got new ninjutsu abilities written on them. Sounds fancy. Are you sure you don't mind us taking them? Are you kidding? After what you did for me, it's the least I can do. Who needs pudding when you can have dirty, flaky parchment? Seeing Aerie looking a little hesitant, I gesture for her to accept a gift. Thank you. Likewise. I'll have to remember to buy her something sweet later. Yeah. Crazy. Alright, let's do the Morpher class. Well, that's about it for today's quests. Let's head back and report into the guild. Tired after a long day of questing, Aerie and I stop for a rest in a forest on our way back to town. Min, do you hear that? Sounds like someone's in trouble. We turn the direction of this dress call to see a Limmy Min surrounded by monsters. Min, let's help him out, Dry Crunch. There are only a few, so should be able to take them on by yourself. I've no sooner wielded my weapon than more emerge from the bushes behind us. Reinforcements? They must be lying in wait, ready to ambush anyone who came to help. Min, fear not, little one, we'll rescue you. We're hopelessly outnumbered, Dry Crunch, but we can't back down now. There are too many of them, so let's try to create an opening and get back to town. A short while into the battle, we find that any opening we manage to make gets only filled instantly by more backup. Switching up my angle and direction of the attack is no use either. They keep on coming. They've got us completely surrounded. The town's so close, if we could only just push our way through them. It's all my fault, Min. If you hadn't tried to help me... No apologies necessary. It's our job to lend a hand. I nod in agreement, then turn back to face the monsters. Just then a voice comes echoing out of nowhere. A pure heart moved to help those in need. The true power of a hero. And now I grant thee that power. Awaken to thy inner strength. At the sound of the mysterious words, my body starts to glow. I feel myself surging with power. Fists clenched, I unleashed another attack, only this time to send the monsters flying. Wow, what just happened? I tell Aerie I'm not entirely sure myself. I have finally pushed our way through the monsters. We take the Limmy with us and make it back to town. Thank goodness our Limmy friend isn't badly hurt. Thanks again for everything, Dry Crunch. By the way, why'd you start glowing all of a sudden? I tell Aerie all about the mysterious voice, and suddenly my sudden urge of power. Sounds like what happened when you unlock new powers for a class. I wonder whose voice it was you heard. I tell Aerie her guess is as good as mine. We rack our brains in silence for a few seconds. Oh well. It'll have to remain a mystery for now. Let's just be glad you've become even stronger and leave it at that. Who knows? Maybe there's a guardian deity looking over you. Exchanging theories as we go, Aerie and I continue on our way to the next town. Huh. Intriguing. Climate Chaos Storm Saga. Okay. Stormy winds, lightning, rain, all interspersed with dazzling sunny spells. Lately, Sagiras has been in the grip of some rather strange weather. Aerie and I gaze out the window at the scene outside. The nation of Sagiras each has their own distinct climates. For weather like this to preserve across all the country is odd, if not theoretically impossible. The never-ending strange weather is certainly enough to fill one with a sense of dread. Ah, Dry Crunch, Aerie, so this is where you've been. We turn around to spot Testino standing behind us. I brought this for you as a courtesy of Emma and Theo. Testino removes a book from her pocket. Came all the way here in this weather? To deliver this? They asked me to. I'm studying under them now, so the occasional errand comes with the territory. Take a close look at the book Testino hands over. The book tells the tale of a sorcerer and his familiars. They're known as the Weatherkin. Apparently, the 7 Weatherkin fought alongside the sorcerer to rid the world of evil monsters. It's generally considered to be nothing more than a fairy tale, but we believe it, believe it or not, the sorcerer and his Weatherkin actually exist. What's more, Emma and Theo have seen them, or at least that's what they say. So you're saying this abnormal weather might be... God in one, the Weatherkin and their creator appear to have awakened from their long slumber, and Emma and Theo have determined the Weatherkin are indeed the cause of the strange weather we've been experiencing. What we don't know, however, is why they're so enraged, which is where you come in. I'm here to ask you to investigate why they're causing this weather and to find a way to put things back to normal. As far as how you go about it, well, that's up to you. Of all the times for everyone to be busy, what do you think, Dry Crunch? Carm is currently busy rebuilding houses damaged by the wind and rain. Renee is off healing the wounded. The princess has her hands full tending to her subjects, so we can't just leave her to that. All which leaves myself and Aerie. Someone's got to do it. I nod decisively at Testino. Thank you. That's Dry Crunch for you. Always ready to go. So where do we start, Testino? There is a place near Carmo where the storm familiar known as Seiren is said to reside. Maybe there you can find some clues as to what's got the familiars in such a frenzy. It's supposed to be benevolent after all. Hear that, Dry Crunch? Let's head right out. Should be around here somewhere. On reaching the location Destino mentioned, we begin looking around when, an enormous living windstorm forms and attacks us out of nowhere. Grab hold of Aerie just in time to keep her from being blown away. Phew, thanks. Wait, Dry Crunch. Is that a person's silhouette inside the storm? True enough, a rugged masked man was standing right where Aerie was pointing. Who are you and what do you want? Are you the one they call Seiren? So what if I am? You gonna fight me or what? Actually, we were hoping we wouldn't have to. This is getting tiresome. Let's see how you handle my raging winds. He's attacking. So much for talks things through. Dry Crunch, let's see if we can calm him down. Alright. Gah! Seiren tumbles to the ground, aiming at the mask. I bring my weapon down with force. The mask cleaves neatly in two with a satisfying crack. Where am I? A short silence ensues. Seiren only slowly opens his eyes and sits up, as if in response to storm swirling fiercely only a moment before immediately subsides. What's the meaning of all this? Well, you see, rain, but also clear skies, and lightning too? What are those dunderheads up to? If you'd let me explain, just what in the blue blazes is going on around here? Perhaps we should wait for him to calm down a bit first. A short time passes. Once Seiren finally got a hold of himself, we're able to get a bit of information out of him. I see. So right up until the mask broke, you felt like you were dreaming. That's right. Only halfway through, it suddenly turned into a nightmare. Have you got any idea what might have sparked it? Beats me, all I can remember is feeling immense pain and fear. I was trying to get away from it, flailing my arms, doing whatever it took. I thought I was still in a dream. It looks like I inadvertently ended up causing quite the ruckus. Ahem, well, you didn't mean anything by it. That's the important part. From the looks of the sky, I'd hazard I'm not the only one who's having bad dreams. The other weather kid. There are 7 of you, right? Right, which means if you want to put things back to normal, we need to break the other seals. You hear that, Dry? Sounds like we got quite the journey ahead of us. Wait, the 2 of us are planning to do this alone? In case, take me with you. I know my way around. I could come in handy. You'd be willing to do that? Think of it as payback for helping me out. Besides, I like to see some help to the others if I can. And with that, Seiren joined our ranks as we set out once more. With 6 distinct weather patterns still swirling overhead, we vowed to restore normalcy to Sigira's and weather whatever storm was ahead. Yeah, we'll do that in the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Alright, peace, stay crispy. Bye, guys.